my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
What's up, dirty dogs?
What's up, everybody? Good to see you.
4, 20116 Sherman Way, Winnetka, designated facility. 5, 7221 Canby Avenue, Reseda, designated facility. 6, 7631 Topanga Canyon Boulevard, Canoga Park, designated facility. 7,
sorry guys.
6940
OBS did an update, or Restream did an update, and now it's all changed and
be it further resolved that
doesn't
the
seem to want to allow me to change the title.
The identified locations are hereby directed
Stuck on the last title.
to post appropriate notices of the above prohibitions.
Hey Kenneth, thank you.
And to begin enforcement upon the expiration of any required posting period.
That one.
And is there a second to this?
All right, guys, hold on. I gotta change a few titles because apparently it doesn't want to change the titles anymore. Thanks, Restream.
And then lastly, for Mr. De Leon to hold item 25 on the desk.
Okay. 25 on the desk for comments or an amendment, or just to hold it. Okay. All right. Mr. Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Out of abundance of caution, city attorneys have asked me to recuse myself from item 24.
Good. Get the fuck out of here. Go the fuck to jail already. Disgusting motherfucker.
Employer has worked.
All right. We note it, Mr. Cole.
Mr. President, I also will be recusing on item 24 in that I own rental property.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Soto Martinez.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. President. I'd like to call item number 32 and 33 for a separate vote. And I also have a technical amendment for item number 30, which I believe we've given the language to the city attorney.
Yes, the amendment reads that
That's
I move that $1,462 be transferred / appropriated for the council's portion of the Heritage Month celebrations and special events line item in the General City Purposes Fund, number 100-56, to the General Services Fund, number 100-40, account number 1100, Hiring Hall, for services in connection with the Council District 13 special observation of National Runaway and Homeless Youth Month on November 21st through 22nd, 2024, at City Hall, including the illumination of City Hall.
Fucking stupid.
I believe it's a substitute motion, not an amendment, so apologies.
All right. It is a substitute motion for which there is a second.
Item 30, and is there a second? So being told that, no.
Okay, sorry, Dan, the second.
It's been seconded by Councilmember Hernandez. All right. Is that it, Mr. Soto Martinez?
No chase, Croc.
Councilmember Rahman.
Fucking Restream did some sort of update and it won't allow me to change the old title.
Just wanted to make
obviously there's no chase.
24 before
okay.
We vote on it.
Excellent. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes, items 16 and 17 for comments.
Okay, 16 and 17 for comments. Councilmember Padilla.
I'd like to call
Shut up, Meg.
15 special for an amendment, and I believe they have the language.
So, yes, the amendment reads, I move that item number 15 on today's council agenda be amended to instruct the Police Department Security Services Division and Department of General Services to consider using environmentally friendly materials for new reusable visitor tags, in particular petroleum-free and renewable materials such as seed paper or bioplastics. And is there a second to this motion?
All right. Any other specials on?
It's in the other rooms. It's on fucking Kick and
the east side of the building. Any other specials?
Says an
on
old
the west
title.
side of the building. Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Council President, I would like to call item 36 special for comments, please.
Okay. All right.
What was the item that was called for comment?
36.
Thank you.
Mr. Blumenfield.
And we discovered the mystery of 25. It is for amendment. So.
Well, kind of it is.
Okay.
But it isn't.
So the amendment reads, I move that the matter continued consideration of motion De Leon Padilla relative to filing a formal complaint with the California Public Utilities Commission regarding Union Pacific Railroad blocking grade
Yes, guys, if you're
crossings
kicked
in the
out by
LCO.
YouTube, just come right back in. It's not me. It's Kamala Harris and her fucking friends. Well, Kumala Harris. Let's just get her name right. It's Kumala. Yes, remember, guys, who owns YouTube? Google. Why don't you Google who's the largest donator to the Democrats? And then you'll find out why they do what they're doing to you and to me. Because we don't support their disgusting, knee-bending piece of dog shit asses, the subhuman motherfuckers that Democrats are. Okay? They're anti-American pieces of dog shit. And that's why we're going through what we're going through. I want you to Google it on a separate page. Who's the largest donator to Kumala and her little knee-bending friends? The homos for Harris. That would be Google. AKA YouTube.
For the city's formal complaint to the CPUC. And again, all of those recommendations are being struck, and the next 5 recommendations are being...
Jacob, happy birthday, Jacob!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Very New Year!
Happy birthday, you thing from another world, you.
California Public Utilities Commission.
Okay, you want to know why all the gun channels and anybody who supports anybody who isn't them, those disgusting subhuman pedophiles, sexual predators that they are? That's why.
With stakeholders to gather additional information for the city's complaint.
And shout out to Kumala.
Y'all might be in for a treat. You know, back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antonio. I bet I could call up some of them greens.
Clean them in the bathtub.
Yeah, noodle some crawfish out the patio, yo. I made us some crab apples for dessert now, yo. Hey, yeah. Ha!
That was taken from Kamala last night. From Kumala's fucking little pep rally.
On identifying any local, state, or
that's actually Kumala.
Needed in order to establish grade separations at San Pablo Street, Feinburn Avenue, and or Boca Avenue. And 5. I further move
so they
to
updated
the
everything.
Report back to council.
None of the titles are working properly. And the counter's not even working. It says there's 0 people in here. Shout out to you, Restream. Fantastic job.
Is there a second for this motion?
It's bad enough I got to deal with the communist at YouTube. Good shit, Jerome.
This is the De Leon motion. Yes. Is there a second?
No, I'm angry that they do updates that don't work, Nate. That's what I'm angry about. Do an update that works.
I second.
I mean, I understand it. You know, they have testers for video games. That's why they do it. They open it up, a beta to the public to see what's working and what is broken.
Mr. President, would council like to vote on the available items now, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and those items are...
In that room, Brett, but the other ones it's not.
Sir.
All right, items 18 through 23.
No, Mogul, that ain't happening.
Are there?
Oh, for sure, Matt.
Okay. All right, 18 to 23 is before us. Let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
Yeah,
All right.
it just says 0 to me.
What's next?
Would council like me to read the
Thank you, Slip Joint. Appreciate you.
My money don't jiggle
Yes.
jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle. For sure.
I don't understand why people wait in line and use a machine when you can just get a ballot. Makes no sense to me. Wait for the last moment, I guess. Waste your time standing in line.
And use meeting ID
They can close it down and then you can push the button on who you want and it won't take it, but the other person you touch it and it works right away.
Pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitting to the meeting, press *9 to
Yeah, I voted. I
request to
voted
speak.
almost 2
When
weeks
it is your
ago.
turn to speak, an automated
As soon as I got my ballot, I filled it out 2 days later and then waited to go and take it.
254.
I'm not putting it in no ballot box, none of that shit.
ID number 160.
I'm gonna watch it go into the locked
press pound.
into the locked
Press pound again when prompted
tub.
for participant ID. Once admitted to the meeting, press *9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press *6 to unmute.
To people providing public comment,
That's
when it's
weird,
your turn to
Bond,
speak,
but okay.
either at the podium or on the phone, please state which
Certainly
of the
wouldn't
agenda
be any
items you'd like to
protests
speak
right
to.
now.
You'll
Maybe
have
when
1
the
minute per
counting's
item,
done,
up to 3
I could
minutes
understand
total for
that,
the
but it's
items
going to take a
open
little
for
while.
public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic.
That's what I'm saying,
Our
War
goal
Daddy.
is
I
to get
didn't.
through as
I
many
didn't
speakers
just
as we
put it
can.
in the mailbox. I
If you are
didn't
not on
just go
topic,
to a
or if we
ballot
cannot
box
tell
where
whether
somebody
you
could
are on topic,
throw a match
you
in
will
there
get
and
one
burn them
brief
all.
warning from me or the
I
council
didn't do
president.
that.
At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do
You can
so,
drop it off
if you
right
again
to the
stray off topic,
postmaster
you
at
will
the
forfeit
post
the rest of your
office.
speaking time,
They
and we will move
stamp
on
it
to
in
the next
front of
speaker.
you, and then you should be able to look at
The
and
items
see when
open for public comment
when
on
your
the agenda are items
ballot
1
was
through
received
14
online.
and items 25 through 36. So again, the items that are open for public comment during this regular meeting are items 1 through
Oh, so we got a
14
regular meeting and then we got a
items
special
25
meeting.
through 36.
Okay, all right.
Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the other items or anything
Voting in
else in the
person is
city's
low
subject
IQ.
matter
Well, I won't go as
jurisdiction.
far as to say that. I just
For
say that
members
it's
of the
it's
public
just
calling in,
odd to me that people
when it
like
is
to
your
waste
turn
their
to speak,
time
an automated
but then I
message
say to
comes in
myself
that
the
will
same
prompt
thing
you
when
to
people
press
stand
star
in
6 to
line
unmute
and
yourself.
like cattle.
If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you
point.
once more.
But
At
some
that
people
point,
like
you need to
cattling.
immediately
I guess, I
unmute
don't
yourself,
know.
or unfortunately, you will forfeit
Each
your
their
speaking
own.
time, and we will have to move on to the next caller.
Oh.
Finally, because of a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, 2 things are important. First, while waiting for your turn to speak on the phones, please keep an ear to the phone so you know in real time when it is your turn to press star 6 to unmute. Second,
Yeah, you
if you're
missed
listening
nothing,
to this
BJ.
meeting on another
Allie's
device,
right.
please turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between the feedback and the time delay, that will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices. Thank you.
Drinking you a beer and smoking you a blunt on your birthday. Hopefully they're not drinking the beer right now.
Lupe
It's a little early.
Valdez, Joel Ross,
3-inch shrimps there with
Jennifer
a
Clark,
with a MAGA hat. Let's
Freddie
go.
Escobar, Adam Walker, Brittany Thorne.
Brittany Thorne. Why does that sound familiar?
Apologies. Adam Walker, you're signed up for the special item, so you'll wait until the special meeting.
Yes, so, sorry, before the speaker begins, just to be clear, item number
Yeah, see, Vaughn, you
37
shouldn't-
is a part of the special
That's what
meeting,
I'm
so
trying
we
to
are not
say.
taking public comment on that currently.
That's
If you're here
that.
for
Those are
item number
things you
37,
shouldn't.
please wait for the special meeting to begin.
You
But-
shouldn't allow them to
so
dictate your
this is only
future
public
like
comment
that.
for the items during the regular meeting.
Whether it be illegal or not, which it is, you
Remind
know.
us of the name you signed
We
up
all
under
know.
and the items you'd like to
But
speak to.
you should be better than that. You need to
President
you
and
need to
council
register
members,
to
my name
vote.
is Lupe
So
Valdez.
2 weeks
I'm
ahead
with
of
Union
time,
Pacific
you're getting your
Railroad,
ballot in the
and I'm
mail.
here to speak on item number
Plenty of time to
25.
read over the ballot, not
While,
rush
we
through it.
feel it's
Because
unfortunate that the council member decided to
because
go
the
this
measures
far,
sometimes are
we
just
would
as
just
important
pull
on who
this
you're
out
voting
and
for in the seat.
introduce the motion. So I have been in this role, by the way, for 20 years. And I normally do get called by a staff for different things, as well as several of the other council members here present.
Good
You
luck,
call me
War
on
Daddy.
homeless, you
I
call
wish,
me on
but
weeds,
good luck.
You called me on dump material. You do call me on block
What's up, Kevin?
crossings. But it would have been better had we been able to have more of a dialogue. We did meet with staff. Staff produced some interesting ideas that we wanted to pursue, but it's going to take more time. Any grade separation very quickly will be the lead of the city, not UP. And UP actually helped the city of Los Angeles 20 years ago with the existing grade separation at Valley and
I think
Mariana.
that's good.
And we also helped out in offering a grade separation for pedestrians at San Pablo, but it was
That's
rejected
fucked up,
by
Dom.
the former council member. So I just wanted to make those comments. And I'm
Oh, is he here right now? I don't even see him. Is he here in the room?
So,
Oh, he is here.
Unfortunately,
You
this
voted
isn't
in
an
person,
opportunity
got
for
your sticker, yeah.
general Q&A.
Too long. People taking
believe
too
that
long to
item
read over the
25
measures. They don't know what's good or
continued, but
bad.
that
Or
was your 1 minute for general public
and if you have any, like if you're reading a measure and you don't know and you're quite confused, look on the bottom and see who are the proponents, who are the who oppose it. Anytime any of these people on this horseshoe were for any of the measures, I was against it. I don't care.
Yes, my name is Joel
Oh,
Ross,
they want it?
and I'm
Oh,
just
we got to go
speaking on,
against it
just making
directly
general
because
public
they
comment on
want
three
it.
quick issues, if possible.
No.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute for
No
general.
more squandering. No more
As
getting
a
money
resident
for
of,
anything.
the Westlake District for over 10 years, there appears to
No,
be
no,
an
no.
increasing shortage
That's
of
just me.
available parking
Not telling you
area,
to do.
resulting in
I'm
many
telling you
often
that's how I
stuck
did it.
circling through dimly lit blocks for what can be hours, since public and private options are limited, even if drivers are willing to pay extra for them. The neighborhood congestion
It's
creates a
funny. I
local
see
hazard
people
which is
voting without
exacerbated
any
by an
IDs all the
exit
time.
due lack of
Perfect cracker.
maintained
Go
street
in and
lights.
out.
You need
No
only
problem.
cruise down Union Avenue after dark.
In fact,
virtually every
when I
intersection gets blocked by
voted last year and dropped it off, they
there
didn't
have
ask
been
for
a number of
anything.
nighttime fatalities around there in roughly a month alone, and the fact that several schools are located nearby is further concerning. It is my suspicion that the city needs a more effective solution
Where's
to
my
contend with
helmet?
wire thefts, or the lights are simply not being serviced at the
over there.
frequency which is necessary. Lastly, there is seldom a trash can more than every couple blocks or so, which means that only those who are really committed to not littering won't just throw it on the ground. Local soccer fields and basketball courts routinely draw large crowds, and with nowhere to discard their garbage, the sidewalks are rarely free of it,
Really,
subsequently
Taiji?
affecting the mobility of elderly and
Awesome.
disabled, as well as attracting rodents and other pests.
It's a way to get the people to vote. Give them 25% off their weed. That's like when the shamdemic came down. Come on down, get a shot. We'll give you a free joint of some mids.
Morning. If you could please remind us of the name.
Bro, I wanna know how many assholes went down there, took a shot for
Jennifer
some
Clark
mids.
speaking
I want to
On
know.
behalf of the Neighborhood Council, North Hollywood Northeast.
On which item?
Some
Item
bullshit ass
number
weed.
15, which was recently amended.
Okay. So, and you're speaking on behalf of, is this the community impact statement?
Yes.
I'm talking about watching the other people glitch. I didn't see anybody pulling out IDs, and they were standing in their booths, waiting to go in.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the community impact
They walked right up to the booth. Here's the next open
First of all,
booth.
thank
There's
you,
the next
council
one.
members, for
And
the
this was at a
attendance. I really
hospital.
appreciate you reading our community impact statement. I was running up here, and thank you personally for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Before the next speaker begins,
Already having problems in certain states with the
Brittany
machines.
Thorne,
I'm telling you. Why risk it?
Savannah
All right, everybody.
Hahn,
Smoke.
Kendra Sunderland, Andrew Grapener, Stacy Cigar
Ooh.
Bollinger, Mike Greenspan.
Over under 5.
Please remind us of the name.
Over under 5. There he is.
You'd like to speak to?
Over under
My
5.
name is Brittany Thorne, and I will be giving general public comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm-
Actually, before you begin, Mr. Herman.
Mr.
welcome to the
Herman.
meeting. I'm trying to listen to the public speaker, and you interrupted her
Look at that
public comment.
face.
This is your first and only formal warning. Please do not disrupt any of the public speakers, as my guess is they will not interrupt you during your public.
I like having
Sorry,
him
go
back.
ahead. You have
I don't
1
like the
minute for
chick
general
with the
public
mask.
Thank you. I'm the executive director for Best Friends Animal Society in Los
Under,
Angeles.
over,
Last
over,
weekend, we
over,
hosted
over,
our
over,
annual
under,
super
push.
adoption event at the Rose Bowl, which included 15 rescue organizations and shelters. As our longest-standing
All the
partner,
blue
LA
states,
Animal
poker
Services
joker,
was
if
in
it happens.
attendance, and I'm thrilled to report that over the 2-day event, we welcomed over 4,500 people and found adoptive homes for over 400 animals. LA Animal Services adopted out 44 dogs and 18 cats. At the end of the event, Best Friends, Paws for Life, and Angel City Pit Bulls brought the remaining 30 LA Animal Services dogs into our rescues, ensuring that LA City shelter trucks went back empty. Thank you to the City Council members that shared our event in your newsletters, helping
Y'all
to
think
make
I'm
it one of
crazy.
the
Y'all
most
crazy.
successful super adoption events to date.
Look at all stinkies over there taking a bath. Look, he's under the other table today. Found himself a new spot. Yeah, I love him. Baby.
Good morning.
He's
You
a
have
big
3 minutes for the
baby.
items. And
Here we
1
go,
minute for
3-inch
public
shrimp.
comment. Please begin with the item. Go ahead.
Number 1， 你看天色又在远处落下，寂寞的城道别天边晚霞，迷茫的人走在路上。
Don't forget about Fred trackside.
生活的水让泪横过脸颊。谁在西楼唱着儿女情长？昏暗的灯淋醒我的惆怅，热烈的酒淋湿我的悲伤，难过的人扶着杯子笑唱。陌生的朋友，你倾听我讲，许多年前我也
K-pop
曾有梦想。想过满载荣誉回到家乡，这肆意的风摇乱了海棠。提起故人故事，泪湿眼眶。谈及旧爱旧恨，寸断肝肠。
Either it's a real song, Ali, or he's not saying anything. He's just making up words.
Number 2， 越过绵绵的高山，越过无尽的沧海。如果期待依然在，总是春暖到花开。请你轻轻留下来，让梦卷走这尘埃，像飘在书香之外，走向美丽的天籁。雾蒙山连着山外山，月光洒下了香水滩。有没有人能告诉我，可是苍天对你在呼唤？一条山翻过一条河，千山万水都不寂寞。你来过，年华被传说，百里杜鹃不掉落。Item number 3， 也许认识某一人。过着平凡的日子，不知道会不会，也许爱情甜如蜜。任时光匆匆流去，我只在乎你，心甘情愿感染你的气息。人生几何能够得到知己？失去生命的力量也不可惜。所以我求求你，别让我离开你。
What's up, Richard? How are you?
除了你，我不能感到一丝丝情意。General public comment.
One minute.
I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you, defend her still today. 'Cause there's no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
He's awesome. You!
I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you, defend her still today. 'Cause there's no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Let's go!
And top Korea hater from Korea.
Under over 5.
Bitches better recognize.
Under over 5. He sings well.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Better than me, that's for
all
sure.
items, general public comment. Why don't you just sell those kiosks since you don't use them anymore for finding what items to sell them?
You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public.
We have item 25. That is a Kevin De Leon motion. It's regarding Union Pacific. They don't listen to anyone. They're certainly not going to listen.
Speaker, can you pause this time for a
Quick,
second?
quick,
So item number 25 is going to be continued, so I apologize. For everybody who's here, it's not open for public comment currently. We did pause your time. Go ahead and begin.
Okay, so we have item 28 for supplemental charter buses in CD10. I'm not sure where they're going or who they're transporting, but you have supplemental
Illegal
charter
immigrants.
buses in CD10. We have item 2030.
Deport them all.
Lighting up City Hall for National Runaway and Homeless Youth Month. I wonder what you're doing about those kinds of things. Probably subjecting unhoused youth to 4118 sweeps, I assume.
Hopefully.
Probably. So I'm not sure why you need to light up City Hall when you're not doing anything about it. We have, speaking of 4118, 32, 33 are 4118 motions from pro-genocide Councilmember Bob Blumenfield. So no on any 4118 motions. 4118 should be abolished. And 4118 is cruel to unhoused people. And it's not even solving any kind of issue. It's just moving them down the street and no housing, no services. All you do is you just throw away their stuff, traumatize them, and just force them to move down the street, providing no housing, no services, nothing like that. So we have Gotta just close this. So we have.
Can you pause your time really quick? I'm
Again?
sorry, Mr. Gardner. Mr. Greenspan, welcome to our meeting. I'm just going to ask politely, please do not disrupt.
Who ate all the pussy?
Public comment. This is your first and only formal warning. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
So we have item 34, which is a street banner from City Staffer B for the Granada Hills Holiday Parade. Seems like it's a lot of money to be spent right now for street banners. We have item 35. This actually looks good. 35 actually does look good. Aid defibrillators in parks facilities. I think that's actually pretty decent. So you can support that, I guess. Rare, decent thing from Paul Krikorian. Very rare. We have. All right, let's move on to general public comment.
Okay, you have
1 minute left.
Go ahead.
I see Kevin's absent today. I wonder if Kevin's been going around this morning, going and illegally putting, campaign materials in people's mailboxes like he was doing yesterday. Not on official video. That's very illegal. You're not allowed to put campaign materials that you didn't mail through the postal office. You're not allowed to put them in people's mailboxes. So Kevin just keeps violating all kinds of campaign laws. He's going to lose. There's no way he's going to win this. Nobody likes him. This is the guy who got 7% in the mayoral election after, a year and a half of running and and supposedly being one of the front runners. He got 7% of the vote. 7 De Leon. So everyone watching, vote. If you're in CD14, vote for Isabel Urado. If you're in CD2, vote for Jillian Burgos. If you're in CD10, you're just fucked. Kevin should resign now.
I want to say that's 6. I was a little off on it, but I think it's 6. I think the over 1. Literally on the mark. Well, that was a good call at 5.
Kimmy Chow, David Kashayan.
I'm going to go with the over on
C.
this one.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, sorry.
Bush was 5.
Would you like to speak to?
All items in public comment.
And so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with
Mike
the items.
Greenspan, Burgos, District 2. Don't forget to vote today. Now, we got a couple liquor stores. So let's go to the liquor stores first.
Fuck, man. I won't do it.
Gee, we don't have enough liquor stores, so where do we put them? Why, of course, District 1 at a gas station. No, excuse me, District 14, item 1. My apologies, Unisses. District 8, number 2. Once again, smart and final. Well, it's not too smart, us always putting out liquor licenses. I wonder why we're called the hit and run capital of the world. Yes, folks, we put out a bunch of liquor licenses. That's why. And we have a lot of drunk drivers. Well, let's go get drunk and drive some more. Now, a couple of other things. We've got all these no camping zones. But here's the problem. If you're giving out liquor licenses and people are getting drunk, I'm sure they're getting drunk in Blumenfield's district and De Leon's district and everywhere else, and they're passing out at parks, on streets and sidewalks, all over the place. So maybe if we didn't have so much liquor available, we would have people awake and are walking around instead of having to sleep anywhere, because that's what you get. Those are called consequences of bad policy. And as far as I'm concerned, your liquor policy, what can I say about it? It sucks a dick like this one. That's the best description of your liquor policy.
He's got a dildo.
And your homeless policy and your other policies. You just have a fucked up city with a lot of fucked up attitudes, and you're trying to make it illegal to sleep when people have no place to sleep anyway. Now we're building housing. Housing in Jeff Katie's district. Gee whiz, one of the richer districts around. I wonder if anybody there. It's one of the NIMBYvilles, not in my backyard. Between District 5 and District 11 of Tracy Beach, you've got some of the biggest NIMBYs on the planet. So 50 whole token units or something over there in the Japs district. Whoop-de-doo. Just go around Westwood and look at all the homeless people there. Yes, or go around maybe Fairfax and go to Cantor's late at night and look at all those homeless people. Yeah, She's doing a great job in her district, just like her father-in-law and all the other clowns that were in there between them. I don't know which one's worse, but there's no winners in all that. Well, now there's something I do want to mention, but of course my time's running out and won't get a chance to mention, so I'll have to wait for a public comment and talk about our good old friend Alatorre. Now, Alatorre was honored, and you guys seem to forget something, so I'm going to include a fact in the record, and it comes from Gustavo Arellano, Morning Richard Alatorre, Powerhouse of the East Side, September 11th, LA Times. And he said, quote, "As I drove up Temple Street, I passed the old federal courthouse where prosecutors hounded Alatorre at the end of his political career over allegations of corruption, portraying him as a cautionary tale of political runoff.
He's old.
In 2001, Alatorre pleaded guilty to not paying taxes on what the prosecutors described as bribes. And we honored this person. We honored all his accomplishments. I guess bribes are wonderful accomplishments. And who was there? Tony Viller, the guy who's unfit to be governor, out there campaigning and praising a crook. That sucks a dick like this one. That's all I can say about your policies. That's the best description.
Big ass dildo. I love it. Yeah, he's the first one to wear "Who Ate All the Pussy" shirt, and now he's bringing a dildo. Viewer discretion is advised. Got a giant fucking white dildo in his hand.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the item.
Yeah, vote for CD14 Kevin De Leon on the determination of public convenience and necessity. Now, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, the attorney continues to disrupt my public comment because I'm speaking about 3154 East Olympic Boulevard, sir. CD14 is in Kevin De Leon's district, and that's what I'm speaking about. The consumption of off-site alcohol, the same alcohol that put Jose Boozy Weezar in a federal criminal indictment and now serves in Lone Park. Maybe the alcohol wasn't good enough for Weezar. Maybe it wasn't good enough for any of you. However, alcohol does kill. Then we go into item number 30, Mr. Attorney, and that talks about National Runaway and Homeless Youth Month. Well, every day in Los Angeles, we have homelessness. Every day in Los Angeles, we have a crisis of homelessness. And yet that dumb fucking Krikorian sister talking to Yarovsky about homelessness when I'm speaking about it. Isn't that hilarious?
It is.
That's so hilarious. What do the two fucking Jews have to do with my public comment? Well, the mayor said, let's appropriate more fucking fundings, like a chump change of $438 million into the billions of dollars that you asshole voters are gonna vote for. Say no to homelessness. Don't vote for more fucking money, because these fucking criminals keep stealing it on item 30. Run away, run away. Now, into my other topic, Mr. Grope.
Grope.
Resolution by Juju Bloomfield in CD3.
Grope.
Sitting, lying, and sleeping and storing your chinchero is a crime, according to Juju Bob and his black wife. But the public right-of-way belongs to me. California belongs to me. Los Angeles belongs to me. I'm gonna ask for another settlement for a slip and fall because you jackasses don't remove the chinchero like you should. Otherwise, bar license 317-217
not on the agenda. You're welcome to talk to about it during general public comment if you'd like.
My public comment dealing with Municipal Code Section 4118. These numbers are real. Find out.
General public comment.
Is this the truth? Are we going to vote? Are we gonna go and vote?
Look at Spindler dancing back there.
Is this just something I'm thinking? Is it simple? I don't know why the fat city attorney pumpkin is a creep. He keeps attacking me because I'll vote and vote and vote for you, Trump. I'll continue to vote for Trump. And my First Amendment, politely to say, ramen noodle, fuck the police.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Oh, he's crazy. Is that Stacy next? No, that's not Stacy. Who is that? Oh, that's the gadfly chick.
My name is Sister Bayasa. I would like to speak on all
Bayasa
of
or
items in general
Bayasa?
public comment, please.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Hypocrisy. In item 30, I was a homeless and runaway youth. At 18, I came out as a lesbian. I liked to eat pussy. My parents didn't like that, so they kicked me out. And I became a homeless, runaway youth at 18. And I learned to ride the metro. I learned to ride public transportation in Florida, where there ain't shit. So I think that item 30 is hypocritical because of the following items. Item 30, excuse me, too loud in here, like little kids. Item 32 and item 33, 4118 designations. How hypocritical of you to have money going towards homeless youth, runaway youth like myself, and yet in the same agenda, item number 32 and 33 regarding homeless sweeps, moving them from the public right-of-way, violating their First Amendment right, violating their 14th Amendment right, hypocrisy, and I quote, in relevance to these items, item 30, item 32, and item 33, in relevance, I quote, from the King James Bible, Matthew 25, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter. From within they are full of extortion and excess. We're going to move to 28
It is Mr.
now.
Foley. That's why we watch it.
Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous
tame so far.
unto men, but within ye are full of
So
hypocrisy
item number 28
and
is about charter bus
iniquity.
services in CD10. This does not appear to be related
This
to that
is my
item.
First Amendment right to speak
So,
on
please
hypocrisy on
speak
your
to the
amendment.
items. I'm
Let
going to
me
move you to
finish
general
the
public
Bible
comment.
verse, sir. Thank you. Woe unto you,
Okay.
scribes
So
and
you've been asked politely to
Pharisees,
stick to the
hypocrites.
items. You have not done so. I'm going to move you to general public comment. You have 1 minute. And again,
I am
before we start
speaking
our
on the
time,
hypocrisy
you
of item
need
30,
to connect
item
what you're speaking to
32,
during
and
general
item
to something
33.
within the subject matter jurisdiction
Sir,
of the
you
city.
are mistaken.
Go ahead.
Sir, you are violating my First Amendment right.
Sir.
Sir, you are violating the law of the land. Sir,
Sir.
shame on you.
Sir.
Woe unto thee. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build tombs of prophets and garnish of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of prophets. Wherefore
So,
ye
Speaker,
be
this is not
witness
your
unto
opportunity to read
yourself
from
that
any
ye
book, whether
children
it's
of
the
them
Bible or something
which
else. You need to
killed
connect
the
it to something that's
prophets.
within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city, or I'm going to move on to the next speaker.
I would like to go to my general public comment.
Already in your general public comment.
You have violated my First Amendment right then. God bless you. God bless America. Repent. Thank you.
Goat puppet.
Mr. Spindler.
Miss Herman.
Mr. Herman already spoke. Hopefully they let him get up there again.
Next speaker.
Spindler's next. Oh, no, he's not.
Good morning. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
David Gaishan, speaking on behalf of Apartment Association of Greater Los Angeles. Is item 24 available to speak on?
Does he have a sling on?
It's not, but you can speak to it during general, so you have
Let's
1
do
minute for general public
comment,
comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think
This
so.
proposal comes with significant issues that have not been adequately addressed. The absence of substantial and widespread outreach to property owners is unnecessarily aggressive and openly hostile towards the new population of non-RSO rental housing providers. By doing so without proper
CW?
advanced outreach, it furthers the false and toxic narrative that rental housing providers do not deserve to be treated fairly by the city. There is certainly no sudden rush for this new enforcement program, as the underlying ordinances have already been on the books for several months. LAHD has admitted that there has been no major outreach to non-RSO owners to date. In contrast, the city has spent hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars educating renters. The city should conduct substantial outreach towards owners before taking such drastic actions as implementing an enforcement program with substantial additional fees and extreme penalties. We request the implementation be delayed for 6 months for LAHD to conduct substantial and widespread outreach to all non-RSO owners. We also urge the council to revise the penalties so that at least one warning with an additional 60 days to comply be given prior penalties. Thank you.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute
There
for
we
general
go.
public comment. Please begin with the items.
Yes. So number 1. Yes. Kevin doing a great job, everybody. Kevin, who will be reelected. Let's give him a hand. Very good. Yes. Sorry, Unessis. Your shadow candidate ain't worth a shit. So, yes, we think you should be able to fill up, ding, ding, and get your gas. And at the same time, get a goddamn six-pack and hammer a few down. No reason not to drink and drive. The country's gone to hell anyway. Listen to the preachers that are here. So fuck America. Get out there and drink and drive, in my opinion. Now we get to number 2. Again. Oh, look at that. Marchese, that dirty bastard, wants Smart and Final to get and liquor up people in South Vermont Avenue. Isn't that perfect? Make that alcohol more widely available so the old man can come in there and slap the old lady once he gets drunk and hammering it down. Isn't that the way those relationships work? Right, Moni Cow? I thought so, yes.
Moni
Bitch
Cow.
will never vote against a liquor license. It's a shame, you know. Yes. Now, Kevin wants to give street lighting. Because drug dealers need street lights, people. The quality of the drugs lately has been a very, very subpar over there. You're not supposed to say. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, we need street lights for public safety so competitive dealers don't take our stuff. Yes, on number 3. And then number 4, Kevin doing more good work. Topaz and Pirate Street. Yes, we need more. Yes, lady, you may cross. You've been given permission by me to cross. Yes. And now we have the approval of the mayor. Fuck the mayor, but I support Kevin, so I'll support number 4.
Fuck her.
Number 5, Kevin again. What's going on, Unessis? Are you going to vote for all these items? Yes. Look at the good job he's doing. Then we have CD5, Louise Avenue and Otsego Street. A wonderful neighborhood of CD5. Fuck Katie Yaroslavsky, and fuck her dumb father, but I support number 6.
Zev.
Number 7, Kevin again with more lighting.
Some heck.
Get that lighting, because you know we have an old saying down there in the district. I can't sell drugs unless I have good street lighting. Give me more street lighting, I make more profit, and then I can free my bitches. Oh, it's wonderful, yes. Yes, that's right. Less bitches, more profit. That's what I say. Now for the general comment.
General public comment?
I could talk about 77th and Fig, assholes. Do you think I should try it? Located where? Yes. Why not? What the fuck? You know, I go down to 77th and Fig, and they got these strange people walking up and down the street, and they wear the scantily clad outfits. What are those, Bob? Are those your advisors? Are those Metro advisors? Is that what they are?
You're a whore!
I can't imagine some woman dressing like that and offering to put her mouth around a certain phallic object. I don't think that happens in the 21st century, does it? Haven't we got rid of blowjobs? Let's ask Buckethead. Have we gotten rid of that for hire, blowjobs for hire? Of course we should. And that's why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Because I want my free housing, and I'm also voting for George Gascon because he wants to partially legalize murder, and I've been in support of that a long time. Finally, Kevin De Leon for re-election! Woo!
Your time has expired.
Oh, he's crazy, dog. He
That
is
concludes,
crazy.
in-person public comment. No one else is here to speak.
Look at his face.
In the chambers.
Look at his face.
So we'll go
Look at his
to
face.
the
Look at his
phone.
face. Oh, that face says it all.
Caller with the
Can't even hide
in
it.
8015. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Robin.
Which
Robin.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm just doing general public comment.
Okay, so 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-oh, her phone's fucking up. Or is it the DEI hire making sure that she isn't heard over there, standing up in the corner over there on the top right, above Stinks. That's our sound engineer.
Go to the next
Fantastic.
caller, please.
Just go to the next caller. Fuck her.
Caller with the digits ending in 1881. Please unmute yourself.
To the Jason or Brock.
Yes, good morning,
Oh.
by golly. Two
Good
and a half
morning.
weeks
Which
of
items would you like to speak
denied
to?
public speaking. Yes, good morning, sir.
Panderer.
All items.
Okay, so you
The
have 3
great
minutes for the items,
panderer.
and I assume general as well.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your kindness. Let's go with lighting. You know, it's amazing. On August 16th of this year, item 36, we were going to reinstate restricted parking, but nope, on Reseda Boulevard where the lights go out and all these individuals are smoking their dope and people coming down, residents who just want to go down the street to get some groceries. What do they have to do? They have to face these lights that are out. They have to face all these individuals smoking and doing whatever they're doing there. And yet, you know, they're lighting fires there. They're lighting fires. We had 47-mile-an-hour winds just the other day, and starting tomorrow, we're going to have higher. So this city council, because you haven't really done anything about the restricted parking, when that area blows up in fire, you are responsible. You are responsible. So let's fix this lighting issue in the city. Item 33. May I move on to item 33?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I support Mr. Blumenfeld. Listen, the people you have to protect are the people who work every day, get up, take care of their kids, go to work, and who are just trying to save their property values and make sure that they can come and go in safety without having to worry about criminals. I'm not talking about families who are on the streets. I'm not talking about vets on the street. We need to help them. But for those criminals who have caused so much and who gave up on life, why should the rest of us give up on life? So I support you, Mr. Blumenfeld. And Mr. Herman, you're an insult when you attack with Mr. Blumenfeld's wife. Your mother was attacked.
I'm
Cut
going
it
to have
out.
to ask you to stick to the agenda, please.
That was the agenda. That was item 33, sir. Was that correct? Yes, sir. May I move on to public comment?
Yes, go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Thank you, sir. Listen, last week was one of the best. I've been here 52 years. Dodgers winning the World Series, correct? And some of those guys look like me and look like Mr. Hernandez and look like Mr. Soto Martinez. They look like us. when you saw the crowds downtown last Friday, there were a lot of people who looked like me, looked like Miss Rodriguez, Miss Padilla. It was wonderful. It was absolutely exciting. Then when I thought about the games, I don't see many of them in the stands. I guess we can't afford it. But what was insulting and hurtful was after the victory that those who attacked the buses, those who started the fires, those who destroyed this city looked like me, looked like Miss Rodriguez, looked like Miss Padilla, Miss Hernandez. And we as a community, we Hispanics, Native Americans, we must
Your
bring
time
that.
has expired. Next caller.
I was liking his rant for a sec
Caller
there.
with the digits ending in 9519. Please unmute yourself.
By the way, the idiot who blew both his hands off with the firecracker has now got a
My name
GoFundMe.
is Jason. I'm a smoker scan viewer.
Which items?
There's one.
What do you got today for me today, Pumpkinhead?
So the items that are open for public comment are items 1 through 14 and items 26 through 36.
I'll take the whole lot there, brother, and general public comment
So
if
you
you
have
would,
3
please, kind sir.
minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please stick to the items. Go ahead.
What do you got for
Like always, brother. Shout out to the smoke can community. Hey, I think we need to do something about the lighting down there for certain there, because the other day down on Figure Road, this chick, and I was doing some things there, and it was a little dark around the corner over there by the circle head. You know what I'm talking about, there, Pumpkinhead? And anyway, I kind of I missed her mouth. I hit her right in the eye with a load of baby batter there because it's so dark. I can't see.
Which item
I'm
are
a
you
good aim, but I got to see what I'm shooting at. Yes, sir.
Which street lighting?
I'm talking about the lighting.
Hold his time. Please hold his time.
He's talking about the
Mr.
street lighting.
Spindler, do not disrupt public comment. If you have a concern or a complaint, please talk to the sergeants outside. I do not want you to have to be removed from this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning.
They made her into
So,
Popeye.
Speaker, before we begin, which street lighting district are you speaking to?
The one down on the Figueroa there, brother. Around by the Circle K, you know where the Circle K is? There's a dumpster there, and where the chick, you give them $5 worth of hand job, and they go around there. It's right over there, down there on Figueroa, sir.
So I'm looking through the agenda.
I don't see any Figueroa options or measure.
And I do not see one with Figueroa on here.
Located where? No, so y'all don't take care of the Figueroa and the hose down there?
General public
or the
comment.
lack of?
So I'm going to need you to speak to a street lighting district that's on the agenda. We're going to move you to general public comment.
Just move him to general public comment. He knows the rules.
He knows the rules.
Hey, shut the hell up, Bob. We got this, brother. Anyway, shout out to the smoke can community. I guess my general public comment there, Miss Candido. I don't know, people who like Miss Candido aren't allowed around, kids or schools or anything there because they got problems there. But I guess today we got the little vote election coming out today. When you go out and get your election, get your little sticker. I voted sticker. Go down on Figure Road with the tick there. They'll break out for something there. We still got the held this cheap special there. Where while they pulling on any cock with your mouth, they slip their thumb in the back door and twist around like they're playing in figure pudding. Go down there and get your damn $5 with a hand job there. To end your election day good there. No matter who wins or lose, you get to win either way there. Anyway, shout out to the smoke can community again there, and God bless America and no one else. Y'all have a good one.
That's right. Ah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Next caller.
Shout out to you,
Caller with the
Jason.
digits ending in 7255.
Richard Serrano, all items in general public
Shout out to Richard.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Let's get everyone out and vote today. Make a difference today, everyone, LA. 35. When Kevin De Leon and Emilio Padilla's names come together again, that's just Nuri Martinez. Nothing has changed. You guys just keep going on and doing the same thing, the rhetoric of making certain things obvious to the people that you guys really don't care. Let these people know, like, look, man, we're together. It was a pinch in time, and we're going to go forward. We're going to say everything that looks good for our constituents just to get reelected. But I'm sorry, I might be on the wrong number here. I'm looking for the public, the
But you said
Pacific
item
Railroad. Pacific Railroad.
So that item
35,
is going
I
to be
think.
continued, so it's not open for public comment currently, but you can speak to the other items. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll speak to the other items. The lighting situation, no different. We need to get this fixed. The problem is within. You just gotta make sure. Like, what's good is to order copper wire when it's being sold before we place it in locations. There's only a couple of people that would know that copper wire is being brought in. And if you guys ain't going to stop the problem, you really don't have a good mousetrap. You guys know who's doing what's going on and how much the value is. There's some people it's worth getting incarcerated for. You need to make sure that you go ahead and put the blame across the board. You want to fix the problem, look for where it starts, where the hole in the wall is, and then go from there. You'll find a mouse. You just need to catch it. Let's go to general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
It's an election year, guys. Everyone come out and vote, man. At least you put your 2 cents in. Make a difference. Say something that makes a difference. At least you know that you did that. Don't just pretend that, oh, well, my vote don't count. No different than when I ran for office. I didn't expect it. I just keep bringing all this stuff to light. See, the attorney, do you understand the rosary is on our city crest? So when the lady 2 weeks ago was reading the rosary or doing the rosary, you were out of line to tell her that it wasn't under the city jurisdiction. That is on our crest. Learn your history before you tell somebody about it.
What's up, Chester?
Smoke and Scan, thank you for all the support and everyone that supports me. Thank you. I will be running. We need a change, but I can't do it alone. I need your help. You need to tell me what you need. It's not about me giving the
caller. Your time has expired. Next caller.
Shout out to Richard. Vote Serrano. Let's go.
Next caller.
Guys, I believe there's a special meeting coming up after this, so everybody gets to come back and talk about the special item. If I'm correct here.
Yes, caller. I believe you're on mute.
So,
which item?
just remember that everybody you've heard is coming back for one more.
Public.
Which item would you like to speak to?
Public comment.
That's fucking
I
Candido.
believe there's an echo, so please turn down.
He's called in again. That's the great panderer.
Coming for you, motherfucker. All right, next caller.
Who do you say they're coming for?
Please unmute
Damn,
yourself.
I didn't hear that.
Public comment, please.
Anybody rewind and tell me what he said?
Public comment. Go ahead.
Who are you threatening,
I appreciate
Candido?
the council putting motions.
Be a man and do it out loud.
To place, asking the city to review procedures regarding abandoned construction projects and properties. Also, please consider the following. There are already demolished residences all over the city. I drive by them almost every day. Vacant lots for years. Please consider with community outreach, perhaps having planning place them ahead in line to give those developers priority in
For who, Poppy?
rather than allowing developers to purchase
He said his own name?
occupied residencies and kicking little old ladies out onto the streets. In closing, remember, voting prevents unwanted presidencies. Thank you.
Okay. I believe that concludes phone public comments or virtual comments. We can now move to the agenda.
All right, so they should vote, and then after that, I think they'll go into a special meeting, which means they'll bring up those
Mr. President,
things that they just wanted to talk
Council
about
on
in this
items
meeting.
3 through 13, 26 through 29.
All right, everybody.
Smoke. 31, 34, and 35, sir.
Okay. Do any members wish to be heard on these items? Seeing no members on the queue.
Yeah, I didn't
let's
see that,
open the
Michael.
roll
It's supposed to be windy here tomorrow.
And tally the votes.
All yeses.
Nice.
What a shacker,
Next
Billy.
item.
Next is item 14, and that one, Mr. Price requested recusal.
Okay. Wait for a moment.
Wow, Cat, let's go. Jeez Louise. Dang, Cat. Yeah, Cat, it might be the last election ever. Thank you so much. You rock, Cat. That's huge. That ain't big. That's huge. Let's go. Thanks, Cat.
Okay, next item.
I did my duty, Cat.
Next would be item 24, and that was requested. Mr. Price is recused, as well as council member.
That way he can make it seem like people are threatening him. He's a victim, perfect cracker. He's a panderer slash victim. Acts tough, but then when people press him, he's the victim.
Member Rahman called it special for comments, sir.
Okay. Mr. Croyan has left
It's the
chambers
society
and
we
is
live
off
in.
the board, so this item is now before us. Councilwoman Rahman, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much.
Who's the
Colleagues,
biggest
I rise
victim?
today to mark another milestone in the life cycle of our Just Cause eviction ordinance, which we passed
Oh, you went in person?
in
Okay.
early 2023. We passed this extremely important protection about 2 years ago, but at that time there was no fee increase or staffing plan to ensure the ability to administer or enforce the ordinance. The housing department has been making do in the meantime, but there has been significant demand from residents across the city to understand
There
their
you go,
rights
Mark.
and to ensure that the housing department can step in when needed. And currently, they do not have the staffing and resources to do that. As part of what we passed last year, we had asked the housing department to look at a per unit fee.
I do mine
that
under
will
video
get the
by
program
taking it to the
full cost
postmaster
recovery for
at the post
enforcement and
office.
implementation.
No ballot
And
boxes.
that would help us to really
No
treat
mailman
all
that I
rental
can't
units,
trust, although I trust my
RSO
mailman. He's
and
a great guy.
non-RSO alike when it comes to these protections.
Fuck that.
Taken in tandem,
Stamped. Then you can
this
track it.
would also include the protections that we passed for the substantial remodel loophole for non-RSO units. And so this effort today, which increases the fee, ensures that we actually have the means to pay for the staffing needed, will actually allow us, as I said in our last meeting, to look at the protections that we have on the book and ensure that they're actually being enforced in practice.
So, Mike-
today's vote on this fee study fully resources the department, and I urge that
You
I
use
vote.
ballot tracks to track it? Yeah.
Seeing no other members.
I think
on
early in
queue,
voting is important too. Shapes
let's
up.
Open the roll.
You know, it shapes
Close
you,
the roll.
gives you kind of a shape of what's really going
Tally
on
votes.
already.
And if we could
Early
invite,
on.
Mr.
11
Corey.
ayes.
Okay, that measure is.
Yeah, I ain't
passed. We can
trusting no
invite
ballot boxes. They're burning
Corey and
those
Mr.
things,
Price back into the chambers.
tampering with them all the
What's
time.
next item?
Then they get in trouble and they don't care. See, look, they're all staying there. You see. So I'm guessing, like I said, they'll bring everybody back one more time for
Okay, we could take up the next item.
the closed meeting.
Yes, sir.
Or the special meeting, not closed,
Item would
special.
be item
Forsaken Ghost, thank you for the
15,
twine, the
and
Twitch
that
Prime for 20
had
months.
two
Thank you.
amendments,
Impressive. Let's go,
first
Forsaken.
amendment is,
Thank you.
15A, Blumenfield, Krikorian, Lee. The second amendment is 15B, and that is motion Padilla, Krikorian.
Well, if that happens mixed, then
and
you
those were
one
deemed
thing you won't have to worry about is voting anymore.
amendments, so
They'll just tell you
council
what's
may,
good for you,
vote
and
on
that's that.
them, on 15
Like they did
as amended.
with her. She didn't get one
Okay, so
delegate,
unless
not
any
one.
members
Not
wish to,
one
vote
person
on these
voted for her
separately, We can take this up
within her own
together.
party.
Any members wish to speak on this?
They told you she's going to be the golden girl.
Seeing no members, or I guess
And
I'll
you either
do that
like
one
it or
thing,
you
one-
don't,
one of the
and you
reasons-
better.
My amendment is we're looking at a whole lot of different options for badges and things, and
What's up, Jason? How
we
are you?
noted that in the state, you actually don't even have badges, so you don't have to waste plastic or anything else.
That sounds good,
because all
Lisa. You
of
got to
the
remember though,
employees
Lisa,
have
too. You may be.
badges.
Oh, you
So
live
that's
in a
just
big
one of
city.
many
Okay,
options
yeah.
to
I mean,
look
because
at,
some
and we'll make
places
sure we're
it's
looking at that option as well. Any other colleagues wish to speak?
also because not enough people are
Seeing no
getting
other
out and
members on the
voting.
queue, let's,
That's a
open
problem
the
too.
roll on this item as amended.
People always have the attitude, well, my vote doesn't count. Well,
Close the roll.
if everybody said that, then we wouldn't
Tally
get
the
anywhere either. So
13 ayes.
just takes a few minutes.
Okay. Next
That's
item.
why I suggest always registering and getting a ballot.
Next would
Can be bipartisan.
item 32, and that was called as a separate vote.
Don't have to be a Democrat or a Republican.
Let's take up that item. Any members wish to speak on that item? Seeing no members on
Yeah,
the
it
queue.
sucks, eyes.
Let's open the roll.
I would only assume it's because of today. Give
Close the
people
roll.
enough time to get out and vote yesterday and today. So it'll be for tomorrow.
Okay, that measure is adopted.
We'll see, Jamie. We'll see. I
next
mean,
item.
I don't quite trust the media for anything anymore. We might as well watch Al Jazeera. I feel like Al Jazeera is telling you just as much truth as the major news networks here. I really don't trust any of them. I don't.
This one, it's a substitute.
I learned
So
after
the
the last
first
4
vote
years,
should be
they're not to be
whether
trusted at all. So any
substitute
numbers they
or
give
not.
me, any kind of
Whether to
anything,
substitute,
I take it with a
open the roll on that.
huge grain of salt. A mound of salt.
Tally the vote.
That's just the way I look at it. I'm not telling you to look at it that way. I look at it that way.
And
That's
now
just me.
on the substance of the motion as amended. Seeing no members on the queue, if we could open the roll. Open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
Yeah,
Ten
me
ayes,
either.
3 noes.
Mark, me either.
Okay, that measure is adopted. Next item.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Brandon, see.
Next would be item 36,
Durka.
and that was called special by Councilmember Hernandez for comments.
Okay,
Thank
let's take that item up, and Mr. Hernandez, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Council President. Colleagues, today I'm asking for your support to fund urgent repairs at the Highland Park Veterans Memorial Square, located at the corner of North Figueroa Street and York Boulevard. A few weeks ago, the Highland Park Memorial Ad Hoc Committee asked for my help in preparation for Veterans Day.
Not
I
much,
was able
George.
to commit
Hanging
funding
out
to
with
the
the
Bureau
fam.
of Street Services to work on the fountain, sphere lights, and tree trimming. With LA Sand, they supported us in cleaning out the
Yeah,
fountain before
cat.
the work began, and have been great partners with us. This
Or when they
motion
told
seeks
you
$4,000
somebody else
in the Street
won,
Furniture Revenue Fund
and she
to cover
didn't.
essential overtime costs.
If she's
allowing
gonna
our Bureau of
win,
Street
she
Services to
won.
complete these repairs.
No,
This
no,
effort
she didn't.
involves my office, the Historic Highland Park Neighborhood Council, and local veterans. Thank you to Councilmember
But the last
John
4
Lee for
years should have
seconding
told
this
you that.
motion and for showing your support
Many
for our
reasons over the last 4 years,
colleagues,
not
please
just the
ensure that Highland Park
shamdemic.
Veterans Memorial Square remains a place of honor
All
and
the
respect for those
hoaxes.
who gave so much. I urge your support on this motion. Thank you.
They're propaganda machines. That's all they are. They're not news stations
no
anymore.
other
They're
members on the queue.
propaganda
Let's open
machines.
the roll.
That's why, as Smoke and Scan,
roll.
we just use
Tally the
the
vote.
visual. Because I can mute their audio, as we always do, and just see what's going on, and we hear it from the horse's mouth.
Okay,
Okay?
next item.
And that's just how that is. And that's how it's always going to be on this show. Because I realize they are propaganda. It's a sad deal. Because I used to be that person who'd wake up in the morning, have coffee, watch his favorite news station, and then kind of enjoy it in some senses. You know, and
Request to continue item
that's
25
long gone.
until tomorrow.
Long gone. All my
Okay,
trust
without
in them are
objection,
gone.
That'll be the order for 25. Continued.
I wonder who you voted for, Bob.
What item is next?
Eamon, have you watched any of Rogan episodes? You mean Joe Rogan? Yeah, of course. Who hasn't seen Rogan? There's always one or two people that are on there that
Next,
you enjoy.
Mr.
I don't watch them
President,
all,
is,
that's for sure.
Item 30, and again, that is a substitute.
Did watch the one
so
last
first
night from
vote
with
is,
him and Elon
question whether
for a little
to
bit. Didn't finish it all. It's
substitute
long. It's 3
for,
hours. so
item 30.
Finished most of it, I guess. Almost 2 hours.
Any members wish to be heard on the procedural vote to substitute motion? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll.
But it's fun. Again,
Close the roll.
goes to show you how crooked YouTube is. They straight shadow banned the biggest streamer in the year, the biggest streamer pretty much ever, podcaster, whatever you want to call him, with love him or hate him, one of the most, popular presidents, whether you like him or not. He's being talked about. It's popular because you hate him. It's popular because you like him. And all of a sudden, it was getting 1.3 million views an hour. Then all of a sudden, you couldn't find it anymore. The link wasn't up. If you had it in your history, you could go back and watch it. But if you didn't click on it, then you wouldn't be able to find it. That's what we're dealing with. Hopefully, Elon buys Google,
So sorry,
YouTube.
So sorry. Yes.
Buys YouTube.
16 was called special for comments by Councilmember Rodriguez, and 17 was called special.
Not on
for,
mine, Dead Mike, and lots of others couldn't
comments
find it
from,
either.
Councilmember Rodriguez and Blumenfield. Apologies.
Great. Let's take up.
Trust me, they do it every day. You think that's me, Dead Mike, throwing those people out?
Rodriguez, the floor is yours.
You know
Thank
how
you
I
very
throw out
much.
people. You've been here long enough.
So
They don't ever
we
come
know
back
that
to
many
be
of
seen
our
again.
systems are antiquated in the city of Los Angeles. We have a number
Shut
of
up,
technology systems that have been held together by dental floss and bubble gum for many, many years. And so
Shut up,
item
Meg.
16 is with respect to an investment that is long overdue, over 20 years since this platform was first introduced, which is the complaint tracking system, which is an important system
All the
for
time, I bet,
maintaining,
dude, cool, bro.
for the investigative purposes of complaints that are issued within the Los Angeles Fire Department for personnel.
Why are we hearing a double
and
up?
this is an important
Now it's gone.
system
Did you notice that?
has
DEI hire. Shout to
shown
the sound
to be
guy.
vulnerable to
I've already had that,
and
people
not
watcher.
impenetrable
Problem is then people
for
call in and
investigative
sometimes
purposes.
they want to
And
talk
so
forever
in
and you
order
kind of
to
want to
restore
just
the
push it
integrity
so
of this
others
system
can get
for
in.
both the complainants and
Then there's
for
people with the Google number ordering Chinese food
some really important investments
to
that
these
assure
places.
the
These
integrity
dummies make the food and then they're
the
calling my
investigative
number back,
process
leaving
for
messages,
personnel
and I
matters
find them
in
months later.
every department across the city, but especially
I
so
reported
with the
your
Los
number.
Angeles Fire Department.
You know, come get
So
your
I'm really
food.
glad that after 20 years,
I called
we're
the
finally at a
police.
place where we are starting to advance this effort, and I think it will go a long
That's what you
way
deal with in
for
this
the
day and age.
purposes of mitigating a lot of the concerns that have been raised
What's up, Darkside?
by those individuals that are on both sides of issues. And so with that, I'm really thankful for the fire department.
Where's the big stupid flower,
advancing
Meg?
this issue
Shut up, Meg.
that we've been working on for some time. Over the last couple of years, we've allocated resources in the city budget to invest in the upgrades to the system. And
Upgrade.
now we're finally at a juncture today with the approval of this contract and moving forward that we will finally help to bring greater
So, Kazi?
transparency and integrity to this process, and I ask for your aye vote.
Gascon is done. Well, hopefully he loses. I mean, I don't know if they said anything. I haven't been watching any of the propaganda machines.
Close the roll and tally the votes.
Stay away as much as I can.
That measure is agreed. Let's
It's
move
not
on
good
to
for your
item 16.
psyche. All they doing is constantly lying.
Mr. President, that's 17.
And if
was
not,
called
it's
special by
it's literally
Councilmember
the propaganda
Rodriguez, and also
machine
yourself, sir.
with like the Marxist chants, the same exact statement over and over on every channel, banging it into your head.
Item 17 is related to an
Fucking
issue that
psyop.
I know many of our neighborhoods are frankly very frustrated by. And that is
Like they did with the
issues
flatten the
around
curve, flatten the curve, flatten the curve. And then every idiot you know, your librarian, your guy who delivered your pizza is telling you to flatten the curve. All the idiots that are virologists.
residents in the San Fernando Valley. We've
Meanwhile, they work at Big Five selling basketballs and BB guns.
of consistent street sweeping services in many of our neighborhoods. And if you review the maps
Shut
that
up,
Mr.
Meg.
Blumenfield has distributed, I think it tells the very clear story.
What happened to all those
where the
virologists?
concentrations of street sweeping efforts have been. And street sweeping is not just about aesthetically improving a neighborhood. It is about making sure that we have
They're saying he's trailing by 30. Oh, if that's true, then he's donezo, sonzo.
clean areas for
Like Mike said, he's finished if that's true. But I can't really believe them and their stats till it's all the dust clears.
These areas go unmaintained. And so we
But let's
also
hope that's
know
right.
That one of the challenges
Let's
that
hope
we
that what
face,
Mike said is
and if
right.
Many people walk in
He
different
deserves to be gone.
neighborhoods
Fuck
throughout
him
Los
and his
Angeles,
family.
We have a litany of of signs around parking issues that are antiquated. That
Are those
also
gay
contribute
too,
to
like the fucking no
confusion for many
U-turn
people
signs?
To determine whether or not they can actually park in an area.
Anti-gay.
and
It
not
says don't
necessarily
make a
determine whether or
U-turn.
not street sweeping will actually be conducted that day. And so there's a whole host of issues that have been born out of just decades
Fucking
of
Taiji.
posting unfulfilled street sweeping schedules, scaling back of some of our staffing, but more importantly, the lack of equitable distribution around the city is one of the greatest problems that we continue to face. And this is an opportunity for us to dig in deeper
to reflect on where the distribution
Well, hopefully
of these
you're right,
services
Mike.
are and make sure that
I'm not saying you're not. All I'm saying is I'm very weary of any stat they give me ever about anything.
This is about making sure that we are righting what has been a historic
That's all.
wrong and failure, and to look at how we are distributing these
She got tired of being called a cat Monaco, and then she lost the way. Is what you're saying?
So I ask for your iPhone.
Thank you.
Just tired of getting
no other
heckled at
members,
work.
I'll speak briefly, which is I wanted to first thank Ms. Rodriguez for bringing this motion forward. I think
That's
it's
what I'm
really
saying.
important. It's
Well, I
something
mean,
that we
tons.
were on
She
the
wasn't the
cusp of
first
doing
one.
right
Barry
before
was the
COVID.
first one.
We were
So
talking about moving to
this ain't anything new.
instead of every week to every other week so that we could cover more of the city. But there are a lot of things that we can do with
That's the
technology
problem
and
with
other
this
ways
beautiful
to
country
make
of
our
ours.
street sweeping more
The
effective.
government
And
is
a picture
crooked.
is worth 1,000 words. I distributed, as Ms. Rodriguez mentioned.
Somebody's been telling you that the whole
maps,
time.
And you can see that the basin is
They
basically
attacked
completely
him constantly
covered
for
with
it.
street sweeping, and you look at the valley, and it's really sparse. And you look down in the 15th district as well, and it's really sparse.
Absolutely,
The
Fifu.
colors on the map, just for your interest, are just what day of the week. But if you
What's up,
see the
Gentle?
colors on it, that means that it's being swept. So
Think I've done
pictures
3
worth
so
1,000
far?
words. There's a lot we can do, and I
Just
am
hitting
grateful
bags,
to Ms.
really.
Rodriguez for bringing this forward, and this will basically initiate that process.
Chantilly pool and spa.
So with that, seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll.
Pool and spa work's got to get slow around this
Close
time,
the
huh?
roll, and
Especially
silent.
depending on where you're at.
13
Not many
ayes.
people are swimming, or it's really almost too cold to even go out in the spa.
Next item.
So you're off until
Mr. President, would
until
council
like
to
February.
recess the regular meeting and go into the
Then you get into the
special meeting,
full
sir?
swing in spring.
Yes, let's do that.
Summer's here. You
So
can't even
This meeting is now.
take a job because you already have 9
Shall
million.
I call the roll to convene the special, sir?
Yes.
Blumenfield,
All right, here we go. This is for the special meeting. They should be able to all come back now.
Victorian, Lee, McCosker, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 12 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
And a quorum, Mr. President.
Okay, what's before us?
Item 37 is an item for which public hearing has not been held.
Ozempic.
Shall I
That
read
South Park
the,
one was great.
Instructions
All the
for
chicks.
public comment for item 37.
Tried to hijack
sir?
the Ozempic truck.
Yes, please do.
To get their fix.
As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment.
All right, here we go. See, you can call in again. Here we go again. Get ready. Viewer discretion is advised because everybody you saw talking shit's all coming back.
Then press pound. Press pound again when prompted for participant ID.
Get ready.
Once
Round
admitted to
2.
the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice allows you to press star 6 to unmute. Again, call 669-254-5252 and use meeting ID number 160-535-8466.
That's right,
and then
Ton.
press
Great.
pound. Press pound again.
The weight
when
loss
prompted for
special or whatever they call it.
participant ID. Once admitted to the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your
up,
turn
Matt?
to speak, an automated Zoom voice asks you to press star 6.
Gotta
to
love
unmute.
South Park.
So for members of the
You're
public
blessed to be
who
a
would
pool
like
man,
to
yeah.
speak during
Good
this
job.
special meeting, please keep in mind because this is a special
I'm just saying it
meeting,
gets
there is
kind of
no
slow, I'm
general
assuming, when
public
it comes to winter
You will have
time because
up to
most
1
people
minute
aren't
for the
swimming.
only item on the agenda. That's item number 37.
All right, everybody, let's
smoke.
Adam Walker.
Let me see. I don't think I can
Rich
turn it on.
Ramirez. Mike.
Oh, there you go.
Hawk, Sister Piazza.
Mike Cock.
Stacy Cigar Bollinger. Freddie Escobar.
Mike Hawk.
Mike Greenspan.
All right.
Mike Hawk. Ah. Ah.
1 minute, go ahead.
I don't know how I could work here and not just bust up laughing when I hear stupid shit like that. Look at it, it's all the usual suspects. 3-inch Shrimp, Mr.
Good morning,
Herman,
Council
Greenspan,
President
Spindler.
Harris Dawson, and honorable council members.
Stacy's not even there, but her name's been signed up twice.
I'm a 16-year veteran of the LAFD, where I currently serve as an apparatus operator. I'm proud to be elected Secretary of the United Firefighters of Los Angeles City, and I served as the chairman of the UFLAC negotiations team for the MOU that you have in front of you today. I'm here first and foremost to say thank you. This MOU is fair and is a contract for our firefighters, and it's also fair for the city of Los Angeles. In addition to fair wages and benefits, one of the things that I'm most proud of with this MOU is the emphasis on the health and safety of our members. You may know that suicide is now the #1 cause of death in the fire service. In fact, right here in the LAFD, we have lost several of our firefighters over the past few years.
We don't want to hear from the firefighters. Dang.
Speaker, we have to give everyone the same amount of time.
Shut down the firefighters. It's fucked up. Viewer discretion is advised. Mr. Herman is here.
Yeah, I'd like to speak on all items and non-agenda public comment, please. Now that we have a higher property tax regarding memorandum of understanding, make others understand, MOU, the firefighters and fire captains representation.
I haven't, Kat.
New measure
Hasn't been in there.
5. It's called the amount we would decide on decisions by local government borrowing paid by higher property taxes. Now, is that a fucking deal or not? That's the biggest fucking deal in the world. Giving the fire department, who needs the water, who needs the roof, let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. We don't need no fire, let the motherfucker burn. So you're gonna pay these motherfuckers what they want, you hear, Mr. Attorney? And I'm gonna take the motion now. We have an I vote, fuck you, Bob. Pay the firefighters, pay the paramedics, and pay us niggas.
Wonderful.
Next speaker.
Wonderful.
Next speaker.
Look at the captioning. Oh, fucking A. Oh, it went hard R on the fucking closed caption. Oh no.
Speaker, you have 1 minute for item 37.
Item
Oh,
37,
no.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine,
Oh,
let
no.
it shine. Thank you. So for item 37,
Oh, no.
looks like there's some money involved
Oh, no.
with the fire department, talking about chiefs and such. I'm just a Jesus freak, so forgive me, I don't know that much about it. But what I do know is religious freedom was an issue with the fire department during the pandemic. And I do believe when we're talking about health and safety of the fire department, vaccine mandates violating religious freedom, that's relevant. You know, I'm having a really hard time finding a career in things like firefighting, police, and healthcare, social services, due
That's as small as
to
it'll go.
the vaccine mandates, which violate my First Amendment religious freedom right, just like Mr. Pumpkinhead
This
did
is not on
earlier
the
in
agenda. This is
last
about
meeting.
the MOU.
God bless you. God bless America. And let's get rid of those mandates. Thank
Leave
you.
it like that. Trying to get everything in, the closed captioning and the other stuff. It's hard.
Next speaker.
Three-inch shrimp, baby.
Good morning. You have 1 minute.
太多的幸福报道，拼凑爱的美妙，笑一笑，投入你怀里，然后
Singing in
撒娇
foreign
不需要别人
language.
来教把爱并紧抓牢这一秒，决定拥抱你背的美好。爱情是你独特的味道，在我的心中围绕，别人都不了，只有你知道。因为你，世界不再单调。我的微笑你明白就很好，你就像月亮绕着轨道，拥抱着地球闪耀，在我的星球写下惊叹号。有了你，世界神魂颠倒。 你的微笑别人别知道就
Look
很
at Spindler
好
dancing
你
back there.
就像月亮绕着轨道，拥抱着地球闪耀，在我的星球写下惊叹号。
Next speaker.
Oh, fuck, I love it. There's Audit LA. She rolled in.
Good morning. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm here to speak on agenda items 37 and general public comment.
God bless K-pop.
Morning, Council President, honorable council members, and all those in attendance. My name is Richard Ramirez.
Oh,
I'm a director for
Night
UFLAC
Stalker.
Local 112 and also a firefighter paramedic.
Bro, he
for the
must have
past
got bothered
19
a lot.
years.
Richard
I'm here to
Ramirez.
speak on support of our MOU and support of our hard-working men and women of the LAFD that protect the citizens 24/7, 365 days a year. Recently assigned to Fire Station 11 in MacArthur Park, the busiest station in the nation, busiest truck. Our resources tirelessly continue to protect the citizens of Los Angeles. Our members are committed to saving lives and protecting the residents of our city is unwavering. And even though our workload continues to grow, the people of Los Angeles know they can depend on us to be there in the
Speaker, your
greatest
time
time
has
of need.
expired.
So we still have 3 more after this. And where did
All right.
go?
Good morning, Council President.
He left?
Harris Dawson, Assistant
Dang.
President Blumenfield, and honorable members. Freddie Escobar, President of the United Firefighters of Los Angeles City, representing 3,400 brothers and sisters of the LAFD. I'm here today with a simple message to Mayor Bass and to this council. We want to thank you for your ongoing support of our Los Angeles City Fire Department and our firefighters. The MOU in front of you today is strongly supported by our rank and file members because it's fair and honors them for their work and commitment to this city. I want to point out that
It
the
is
city
funny,
of Los Angeles, we have about 3,400 sworn firefighters, including chiefs in the LAFD. In the city of San Francisco, they have
My
about
cock.
1,700 total sworn firefighters, about half of them as many as we have here. But here's the one thing, the city of Los Angeles, we have a population of 4 million residents, while the city of Los Angeles has a population of 1 million. We respond to over 500,000 firefighters. This MOU reflects the work that our brothers and sisters do in an understaffed fire department. Thank you very much.
Next speaker.
Thank you.
A.
Okay, is that there's no more in-person public comment? Is that correct?
Come on, Spindler.
The other names are fake.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
You have 1 minute for the item. Go ahead.
Tells you everything.
So, again,
Everything.
Bob Blobenbleld, the chairman of the Budget Committee, we need to borrow $80 million at 25% interest. If you vote no on this item, Bob, then we get $77 million back to the Treasury, and we won't have to borrow the money. Now, Unisys, you know I'm making perfect sense. But you see, you all got bought and paid for, didn't you? You're a bunch of fucking money whores, money changer cocksuckers that won't vote no on this increase. You're gonna force Tracy Park to prostitute the city to Wall Street to get $80 million. Can you imagine what she's gonna have to do to get that money? Holy fucking shit! I can't imagine it. What Tracy Park will do for money?
Stick to the
Don't
item.
make Tracy Park turn into that kind of lady. Show her respect.
All right, your time's expired. Next speaker.
Oh,
Mr. Spindler,
man.
your time's expired. Next speaker.
What's up, B-Shep?
Welcome.
Look at his face. He's so angry right now. We still have
Good morning. You have 1 minute.
2 more.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Chung Ho. I'm the first vice president
Shout out to
at
Chung
United
Ho.
Firefighters of Los Angeles City, Local 112, proudly serving and representing the men and women of our great fire department. I want to first thank the individual members of the EERC for advancing this MOU so that we may all consider it today. We believe this is a fair contract for our city's firefighters. Firefighters who are considered the best in the world. Firefighters who respond to nearly 2,000 emergency calls each and every day. As firefighters, we are proud to serve the city of Los Angeles, and we do it with courage,
Missed one
pride,
called Peter,
and integrity.
but he may call in again.
I thank you all again for your consideration here today of MOU number 23, and I urge each and every one of you to vote yes for your
It's as high as it'll go,
Thank you.
H7. It's at 100%.
Thank you. Next speaker.
It's the DEI hire that's
Good morning.
lowered it
One
so
minute.
low.
Mike Greenspan? Yes, let's talk about this item. The firefighters are great. I mean, after all, my mailbox has been getting stuffed with stuff from about Najarian.
Get it,
paid for
Brandon.
by the firefighters. Yeah, let's give them more money so they can stuff my mailbox. Kill another 1,000,000 trees so I can have your carbon footprint union. Stuff my mailbox with your propaganda for your low-life candidates like Najarian, i.e. Krikorian Jr. They are even using those same insignia they used on Krikorian.
There's Krikorian
yes, let's
right
give
there.
them more money. We're having budget problems. Don't you remember that? But of course, people like Blumenfield thinks it grows on trees, following the footsteps of fat pig Paul Koretz. You know, folks, the whole thing sucks a dick like this one. That's about the best I can say, and I don't care if Smoking Scan shows it or not. Fuck you. This is what I think of your policy.
Time's up.
Shout out
Please
to
take your
him.
balance and-
Mike Greenspan. Brought the dick out again.
No one else speakers? Okay,
All
go to
right.
I don't care if Smoking Scan shows it or not.
Call in user 5.
Damn, they didn't
unmute
let
yourself.
Audit LA talk. They dogged her out. It's fucked up. That's fucking Spindler with his
Do you have
jacket.
1 minute?
Call in user 6. Unmute yourself.
Like little kids.
Next caller.
Yes, my name is Jason, and I'm a Smoking Scan viewer.
There you go,
have
Pete.
1 minute for the item. This is related to the MOU for the unit number 23, the LAFT.
Thank you there, Pumpkinhead. Anyway, shout out to the Smoking Scan community. I think we need to support the firefighters because the other day I was on figure out this chick and she kind of burnt me up a little bit there. And I think we had the firefighters to help come down there and put out the fire to be a good thing. It's kind of hard when you're down there, you know kind of get fired out with a hand job. You get burnt up by bitches, and now I got cock and balls all installed because I don't have the firefighters.
Stick to the item.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was talking about the firefighters, how we need them down there because, you can burn up my jewels out here, fucking around with these bitches down here on Figure Road because, that's important for firefighters. So I think we should there and, get out and vote if you haven't went out and vote yet. And, like I said, God bless Americans. No one
Okay,
else.
this is not relevant to the item. Go to the next caller, please.
Come on.
Shout out to Jason.
Caller with the digits ending in 9519. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, his phone got fucked up after a while.
Yes, my name is Jason. I'm a Smoking Scan viewer.
Caller, hold on, don't hang
I
up
didn't
on
get
him yet.
to
This
my
is your only warning. Do not disrupt this special meeting.
Yes, sir.
Next caller.
Sir.
Caller with the digits ending in 2616. Unmute
Back to
yourself.
back, son.
Yeah, it's Eric Previn. I'd be happy to address this special meeting item.
Good morning. 1 minute for the item. Go ahead.
Fucking gotta love him.
The big firefighter deal. This is the black box in the room, guys. This is the labor negotiations that pop up and put us on the hook for a lot of money. Now, of course, the firefighters deserve a decent deal. This is spectacular. I mean, this is a very well-structured family medical leave. To be eligible, you just have to have worked there for 12 months and about 1,250 hours of service, and then you can get pregnant, and they'll give you up to 8 months off with bonding time. I mean, This is a great deal. If everybody had this deal, I think we would all be a lot better. Now, the fact that we have a terrible budget crisis and we're looming at, and we didn't have a chance to really weigh on this is what I'm on about. So maybe we should open up the committee meetings to public scrutiny so that we can review these things timely and everybody can agree. Now, Frank Lima got a little exemption so that he can be serving on the board, get his 80 hours, he gets full pay while serving on the International Fire Division, which is, if you haven't seen my article, it's called the Boondoggle Disclosure Act, and I strongly recommend that the city government.
Eric, we don't care apparently. Shout out to Eric Previn.
Caller
I
with the
care.
digits
Eric,
ending
but they
in
don't.
1881. Unmute yourself.
Yes, item 37.
Candido.
Go ahead.
The
you have 1 minute.
panderer.
Thanks for allowing me to speak. Mr. President, thank you for that information. I still have to be in favor of an MOU as a 72-year-old man with a lot of health issues, and I can still whip the shit out of Jason with one hand. If it wasn't for the police department, the fire department, I may not be here. But
That's a threat.
Again, there are some questions in regards to this MOU, but I will support the fire department because, again, they serve this city with all heart and soul. Thank you.
Shout out to Jason for getting in his head. Jason lives rent-free
Thank you.
in the great panderer's head. Rent-free.
Follow with the digits ending in 7255. Unmute yourself.
Richard Serrano on number 37.
Shout out to Richard.
1 minute.
I just can't. LAPD and the fire department, again, both of them being paid out of the general funding. They should not. They are elite for the city of LA. The city to be sustained the way it is, them putting their lives out there on the line, they should not be in this kind of, situation where we're discussing the numbers. Just make sure that they, they're putting themselves in harm's way for us. Change the format that the LAPD and the fire department do not come out of the general funds. So we don't have to discuss this out here. It's already pre-notion that we need them as much as most people want to do defund the police like Ms. Rodriguez. It's the other way around. We need them. We just need to make sure we get rid of the cancerous ones like Officer Badesca.
Caller, your time's expired. Next caller.
37.
Dang, that was fast. Well, that's right. They only get 1 minute on the item and nothing else. No general public
Is that
comment.
the last caller? Okay.
Shout out to Audit LA.
Public comment
Sad
has
that
now
they didn't
been
let her
exhausted,
talk.
both in person and virtually. Let's move to the one item, item.
There you go.
37, and we will start. So that item is now before us. We'll start with Councilwoman Rodriguez, followed by Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, I rise in support of item 37 on this new contract, and I want to
see if they'll give Jason an ankle monitor, Brett.
Los Angeles Fire Department have been exposed to. It was
Shut
not
up,
that long
Meg.
ago that I had to go visit Nick, who is a rookie at his working a sod day in my district, who came upon a homeless encampment and was unfortunately injured in an explosion that ensued shortly after his arrival.
And who allows the homeless encampments? So you're
This is
partly
a
responsible
circumstance
for
and a
him being
dynamic that
injured.
More and more of our firefighters
The way
are
I
being
look at it,
exposed to each and
you
every
allowed
day.
it.
And
Then you
it
forced
goes
him to
without
go in there and
saying
clean it up.
that this is
Your problem.
not only a fair but a responsible one, given the amount of call load that our department, the men and women of the department, continue to be exposed to. I'm actually very proud of one of the newest inclusions of this new MOU that came as a result of a motion that I introduced with members of the fire department having had highlighted during Public Safety Committee the challenges that were faced as a result, the challenges in the recruitment and retaining of women in the Los Angeles Fire Department. Excuse me.
Shut up, Meg.
In response, I asked the CAO to explore the feasibility of providing paid parental leave for the LA Fire Department sworn personnel. I'm pleased to see that in this new MOU, we now include 12 weeks of paid parental leave, affirming our commitment to providing a supportive and modern work environment and culture
Shut
that
up,
values
Meg.
both personal and professional well-being for members of the Los Angeles Fire Department. This policy is particularly significant in attracting younger generations who prioritize employers that foster a work-life balance and ultimately strengthening the LAFD's family-friendly appeal and helping to build a more diverse and dedicated workforce. Colleagues, with these votes, let's affirm our commitment to a Los Angeles Fire Department that stands as a model of transparency, accountability, and family-friendly support, empowering our firefighters, supporting their families, and building a stronger, more resilient force that truly reflects the values of our city. And I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Buckethead.
For clarity in the record, I'm going to move that we adopt the MOU 23 as posted by the CIO's office yesterday, November 4th, 2024. It had some slight revisions. I'll ask for a second to that motion and urge an aye vote. Thank you.
Great. I'll second that.
I second that emotion.
Okay, seeing no other members on the queue, we can take this measure up with the amendments that Mr. McCosker put forward.
He looks so sad and depressed.
And let's put that before us. And let's open the roll. Close the roll.
That's not a happy face, ladies and gentlemen.
And tally the votes.
12 ayes.
Thank you. That is
Mr. President,
yes.
there's a request to have this matter be adopted urgent forthwith, and that requires another vote.
Yeah, that's
sir.
on their
So
end,
would
Dark.
council like to have the urgent
I have it on
vote
fucking 11
now,
right
sir?
now.
Yes. So
All
we
the
can
way
do
up.
that. So the measure is passed unanimously. We will now move to vote on urgent forthwith. We could open the roll for that. Close the roll.
Tabulate
Tally
the
the
vote.
votes.
12 ayes.
Okay, that will be sent urgent forthwith.
Mr. President, would council like to adjourn the special and reconvene the regular, sir?
Yes, without objection, the special meeting is adjourned, and we are returning to the regular meeting. We can call the roll for regular meeting.
What a waste of time.
Shall I call the vote, sir, to reconvene?
Oh, there's Danish head.
That would be Blumenfield, De Leon, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McCosker, Padilla, Park, Price, Brahman, Rodriguez.
Hi, Richard. Have a
Martinez,
great day.
Oslavsky, 12 members present in the quorum, Mr. President.
Great. What is before us now?
right, everybody.
Has motions for posting a referral.
Okay, without objection, they are posted and referred.
That
Now,
clears the desk, sir.
desk is clear. We'll move to announcements. Colleagues, any announcements?
No. Not on this
Seeing
side.
no announcements. Any colleagues have adjourning motions?
None. Let's get the
Looking to
fuck
my
out
left
of
for
here.
adjourning motions? Yes, we do. If I could ask everyone in the
course.
chambers to rise
Of
for an
course.
adjourning motion.
Is it fucking Meg?
Shut up, Meg.
And Ms. Rodriguez?
Of course, she
Floor is
hasn't
yours.
spoke enough.
Thank you very much.
Shut up, Meg.
Colleagues, today I
Shut
rise
up,
to adjourn
Meg.
in the memory of an extraordinary woman, Mary Helen Ponce, who peacefully left us on
All right,
September
guys.
9th, 2024, at the age of
I think we're about done. I don't want to hear her speak about anything or anybody anymore. I'd rather go into the helicopter. I'd really rather go into the helicopter than hear her speak about anything anymore. She loves to hear herself. So, shit, yeah. There's an Israeli protest. What is this? Israeli protesters rally in Tel Aviv after defense minister's firing. Oh boy. Look at that real fast. No, that's not what I wanted. No. Yes. The live rally. Am I gonna be on tonight? Yes. I mean, normally we're on. I mean, I don't think there'll be too many people watching. I guess we could do like gun hits for every time we hear some sort of ballot box is getting burned or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? She sounds like a Scientologist. She could be, for all I know. Who knows? They're all a bunch of weirdos. They all a bunch of weirdos, man. But, shit, yeah. So I guess we can chill until 8 o'clock and then we'll get on, see what goes on. And then what? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, right? Yeah. Tomorrow we have Dalton at 4:30. Tonight will be crazy? I don't think so. Why would it be crazy? What's going to be so crazy? People running out last minute to go vote, waiting in lines too long because the machines will somehow be broken, and you'll pick for the who you want to pick, and as long as it's not, if it's not the person that the machine wants you to pick, it won't allow you to pick that person, that kind of shit. Or people that are just going in front, taking their time, dragging their feet, so that way you can't go out and vote. And that's why I say the ballots, I think, are still more important. You can track your ballot. Uh-oh, they're burning shit. What are they burning? So what's they burning, son? Trying to keep warm, maybe? I don't know. We got a burner. We got a burner. Stinks is monitoring nothing but food in his mind right now. He's thinking of extra bowls and food and treats and stuff. It's a weenie roast. Weenie roast. They're making s'mores. Good old s'mores. I want s'more. I want s'more. Let's see. The day drinker's out. Day drinker, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a few day drinkers. They're all girls, too. I love it. Except for one. There you go. Everybody in the bar is a female except for one. Well, I don't know. I don't know about the puppy. The lady's getting it in early. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock, I guess. I don't know. They're getting, maybe they got the early poll reports and now they're angry. And who knows? Oh boy, starting to really light some fires now. There's 3 going right there. There's 4 going. Holy smokes. Franken beans. Franken beans. Those kosher hot dogs, what are those? The Hebrew Nationals. Those are probably the best hot dogs, you gotta admit. If we're talking about straight up dogs, not like a bratwurst or anything. They do make some good hot dogs. Not gonna lie, man. That's in Tel Aviv, live. Live in Tel Aviv. That's why you see all the Israeli flags. I guess they fired the defense minister, so these people are angry. And they've gone out into the streets and started to burn shit. I see a couple rainbow flags in there. Mostly Israeli flags. Do see some yellow ones over there. I don't know what those are. I do not know. Anybody know what the yellow flag is for there? Can't tell. I don't think it's a dead don't tread on me. Those are good hot dogs. That's right, BJ. They are. Nathan's. Yeah. Israel fired Gallant today. That's what they're angry. That's why they angry. Well, most of these people would be cut. Have I been to Okie Dog? Yes, unfortunately I have. I went to school right next to Okie Dog. Went to Fairfax. I mean, don't get me wrong, we go up there and get like chili fries and shit. They give you a big old sack. Like a fucking sack of steak fries. The chili, that wasn't bad. You know, we're kids, you know, everybody gets a soda. Share some big ass chili fries. You ain't gonna finish that yourself. Okie Dog's just, I don't know, it's nothing special. It's a dirty little hamburger joint that people just happen to go to sometimes. I think Tommy's is better, and it's much cleaner, that's for sure. So is Pink's, but I don't think Pink's sells hamburgers. I think they only do chili dogs. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't been to Pink's in a long time. But I'm pretty sure, yeah. Super Mailer's homeless. Well, I gotta admit, Tonka, if it is true about her eviction, and I think it is, I saw her landlord talking about it and stuff, which is odd to be talking about that kind of thing openly. I just think that's not the greatest move for a landlord. I think that if she trust me, she seems to me like somebody who knows how the game works. So at that point, when you're given the eviction notice, most people are going to stay. Just because you're given an eviction notice, it might take 6 months to get you out. That might be. You might live there 6 months for free. Granted, it'll come back to you on your credit. You'll have an eviction on your credit, and every time you go get a car or rent an apartment or do anything, they're going to charge you more across the board because of that, because it shows the propensity to not pay. But by the time you are served by your landlord or whoever served you, the court makes their decision, then the sheriff comes, locks you out. That could, like I say, take half a year. That might take half a year. No, this is in Israel. This is in Tel Aviv. Happening right now. So yeah, that's the real deal when it comes to eviction. It's not like, okay, well, they knock on your door, hand the papers, you grab your shit that day and leave. Now, granted, most people that know they're getting evicted, they're going to leave before the eviction because they don't want the eviction on their record, so they just leave. Same with like a repossession. They know they can't afford the car. They know keeping it would be embezzling it. So I'm going to be a voluntary repossession and just give it to them. Now, it doesn't mean they forgive you for the loan. You still owe on the loan. But at least it'll kind of show it on their side when people look at it. Well, you did have a repossession, but it was voluntary. At least you gave it back. You weren't like a dick and made them search for their collateral for fucking months on end. That's what I said, yes. Tel Aviv is in Israel, yes. It's in Israel. It's in Tel Aviv. That's what I said, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I'm buzzing a little bit. Maybe I said it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did. Isn't Tiffany up for re-election? I don't know. I mean, she got elected once. I mean, and they still see some people that are for her no matter what. I think what it'll take a conviction in order to have that whole thing remedied. Either she's going to get convicted or she's not. One of the two. So that's how it's going to have to work. That's how it's going to have to work, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kat. I mean, it just depends on where you are, what city you're in, what state. Eviction laws vary in every state. So that's why I said there's no upside for the landlord to be talking about that whole thing openly. It makes no sense. Like, you're not benefiting from it, other than maybe you put it up on your channel and you're getting 1 million clicks, and that'll get you 10 grand or whatever, and that'll pay for the lawyer. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not them, so. More Dodger fans celebrating? Yes. By the way, the guy that blew both his hands off with the firework has now put up a GoFundMe page. He wants you guys to help pay for his shit in his life. So he was already a dummy, and now he wants you to pay for his mistakes. That's the world we live in. This is in Tel Aviv, Jerome. So yeah, his family started the GoFundMe like 2 days ago or whatever. Something like that. I'm sure you'll have people pay. I'm sure you will, but I won't be one of them. That's for sure. I'm not paying for your bad judgment and bad mistakes, because I assure you that wasn't the first one. Yeah, Cat. There was another kid, I believe. There was the later story later came out that he was up on a roof like tagging, and he fell. I don't know if again that's what they're saying. And he fell onto his face down from like 2 fucking stories during the Dodger uprising. So yeah, it's claimed at least 2 victims. What's up, James? Good to see you as well. Yeah, Trumper, I'd rather just do the old school way with a ballot and track my ballot and make sure that it got where it's supposed to get, kind of thing. But who knows? Like I said, it could all be just for show to make you seem that any and all of these votes count and they're actually counting them. And it could be just a whole psyop and they just decide who they decide. I don't know. I'm almost at the point where it should be a mandatory flip-flop. It shouldn't even have to be, 4 years it's them, then it's 4 years of them. That way, the worst you get is 4 bad years. But the problem with that is, like I said, then you know what you're headed for after the 4 years that you might have liked. It's yo-yoing the country. That's the problem with that. And if somebody's running a company or whatever good, why take them out of place? I just think that there's a lot more at stake than just family values, economy, and immigration and everything else, especially with shows like this. One person wants to cancel. One side wants to completely cancel shows like this. They don't want any kind of, talk that isn't just for them or just like them. If you don't knee bend, you're done. So yeah, I'm not. That's a lot of what I'm worried about. The free speech factor. So. How's he gonna wipe at McDonald's? Oh, he'll learn. We'll get him someone. Maybe they'll get him enough for a prosthetic hand or something. I don't know. Yeah, the doggers. I think he put doggers, something like that. One idiot that was tagging, he had one job and he couldn't spell Dodgers right while everybody was filming him. Fucking idiot. Just low IQ idiots. That's what I'm saying. If you look at people that have high IQs, they're busy doing things, creating things, running businesses, putting others to work. They don't have time for that stupid shit. The low IQ idiots are always the one breaking shit, vandalizing everything because they're dumb. I like money. You like money? We should hang out. Like, it's idiocracy. It really the fuck is. That movie was a documentary. Okay? It wasn't just a comedy flick. It wasn't that. We laughed at it. It was funny. But it's real. All the idiots in life, the robots will take over all their jobs, and the only thing they'll have is either nothing or this.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And that's it. They'll be sitting out in front of Costco until they just decide to get a robot that does that. Then they'll have no jobs. They just will have nothing. They will have nothing. Neither their families will take care of them, or they'll just fucking die off. They'll be homeless. Robbing, stealing just to survive. And that's real.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Just saying.
We seem to be experimenting some technological differences.
Right? I mean, that's it.
This goes in your mouth. This one goes in your ear. And this one goes in your butt.
Come on. Hurry up, asshole!
Hurry up, asshole! Oh, I'm sorry. This one goes in your mouth. That one goes in your butt. This one goes in your ear. Ah, Jesus Louises. I'm telling you, that's what we're headed for. You think it's funny.
Can't believe you like money, too. We should hang out.
Oh, we should hang out. I can't believe you like money. Telling you. Mr. Sachs, I haven't seen in a while. I'm worried about him. And so I'm saying, Michelle, they're taking over all those little dumb jobs. There's not going to be people working in McDonald's really anymore. It'll be full kiosks, you know, cashless money. I mean, a cashless business. Robot will make your shit, and it won't forget to put all the shit in the bag. Or you ordered 2 items, nobody's in line, but all of a sudden I got to go into parking space number 4 so you can bring my food out. Like, wait a minute. There's nobody even in line. What's going on? What are y'all doing back there? I ordered 2 fucking McMuffins. Bro, what are you doing? You raised $10K so far? Shit, you can get, I don't know if you can get a prosthetic for $10K. Those things are pretty expensive because they're like carbon fiber. They're really expensive prosthetics. Like, we're talking $50K. But I don't know. I haven't seen his hand either. Maybe I'm thinking it's worse off than it might be. I don't know. I mean, I just, look, people make bad decisions. He made a bad decision. All I can say is there's the cops coming in. All I can say is I don't want to pay for people's bad decisions. I'm tired of it. I'm paying for it now. I'm paying for all the men and women that have way too many kids and they can't fucking afford them. Okay? And then they're over here at the city council begging for money and all that stuff. I'm paying for that. So are you. And I'm tired of it. I spent more in taxes last year than I ever have in the history of fucking ever. Okay? And thanks to the powers that be, even my job like on eBay, it's changed completely. Before, you could sell $16,000 worth of cards. So I would sell about 15 and not have to pay taxes because that was the rule. I'd take the 15 and I'd go on a little trip every year, Vegas or something, and have a good time for myself. Just a little extra spending money. Now, that threshold went from 16,000 to 600. So anything more than $600, which can be one card, I can sell one card and make $600. So now everything else is fully taxable. That's how it's flip-flop. Where does all that money go to? To pay for the illegal immigrants and their little kids that are coming in. Okay, so now your nieces and nephews, when they go to school, especially if it's like LAUSD, they're not private school kids. They can't afford that. They need an education. Now they'll get less of an education because there's 57 kids in a classroom instead of there being 30. And even if there's 30, I mean, how long is that class? Right? Each class is an hour, right? So you get 2 minutes with each student. And that's not saying anything to them about what we're doing today, kids. Usually they spent 5 minutes telling you what we're going to do. Then we got to doing it. So when you break all that down, what are you getting each kid? 45 seconds of personal time? How are they really learning? Same thing when you break an arm. Now when they break an arm and they go to the hospital, now it's going to take 7 hours to go get the arm set instead of maybe 2 hours to go get your cast put on. Because everybody waiting in front of you. That shouldn't be here. And again, let's make this really clear. I've said it a million times. I come from some immigrants, okay? Some of my families weren't born here. But they did it the right way. They didn't sneak through a fucking fence in the middle of the night. They came in here legally. They learned the language. They got citizenship. They spent time in the U.S. Army. Okay? They served for this country. Okay? They didn't send the money back to another country as they were making it to support others. No. That life was gone. They were American now. They embrace being American. They love the American flag. That's the difference. Instead of people that come in here, I don't care if it's just for work, that spit on our fucking country and learn to use the society and play it like a fucking fiddle. I'm tired of it. They got us fucked up. So, yeah. I don't care about you coming to another country, being broke, and then begging for more money. I'm good. fuck you. In fact, that should be a something I choose to do. If out of the kindness of my heart, if I want to click on the ballot, yes, I'll pay for illegal immigrants, then that should be okay. He clicked on it. He's got to pay then this year. But it's funny how they don't do that. Same with the people that say they love all these folks. Not one of them will take any of them into their houses. Not one of them have ever taken any one of them in their houses. They could easily walk down the street, find a fucking family of them, and bring them all in, but they don't. It's all that gaslighting bullshit. So I'm fucking tired of it. Okay? It's affected my life in many ways. Whether it's me on this show, okay? The biggest supporters for that side run YouTube. That's why we get fucked with constantly. That's why you get pushed out of the room and come back in and have to come in and out and ping pong. That's why all that happens. Go search it. See who the largest donor is to that side. See who gives the most money to that side. So essentially, you're supporting that by sending money to me via YouTube. That's why I say, if you, God forbid, you ever want to, you have $1 to donate, please try to do it the other way. Don't do it through them, because you're giving them more money to give to the communists who are shutting you're paying to shut the show down. It couldn't be any more clear, and I hate to say that, but that's truly what it is. Okay, you're paying for me to be censored. So yeah. Well, Google owns YouTube, James. That's my point. Google is the largest supporter of their site. If you look at their donators to the contribution to their candidacy, you just search it. Call my bluff. Find out for yourself. When I get my money that comes from YouTube, from you guys sending it, it doesn't say YouTube. It says Google. Here's your Google interactive payment. It's exactly what it says. In fact, it says nothing about YouTube. I had to what's Google? I didn't understand, and then I had to figure it out. So please, I'm not ranting. I'm being honest with you, just so we can be really honest with each other. Okay? You're paying to do that to me, and that's just what it is. And that's it needs to be sold to somebody like Elon, I think. Because as much as there's a lot of things I don't agree with Elon, but there's some that I really do. And I'd much rather have that dude own it and do what he did with Twitter than to have what's going on now. I really would. Yeah, I'm sorry, Silverknife. That's it is what it is. It is what it is. What can I do? So yeah, just sometimes we support these companies blindly. We don't understand, and then when you really start to delve in and dig into it, you really see how it all is working. And remember, you're talking about a company that's worth $4 billion a year. Every year it makes $4 billion. That's what it's making every year. So its net worth, I don't know, $200 billion. I have no clue what Google's actually worth. Who knows? I don't fucking know. It's just they want to shape and form who and what you see. Okay? What you hear, what you see. If they don't approve it, then you don't get to see it. Okay? They're telling you what's good. Just like they did with some person. You voted for the other one, but they told you that one's not good anymore. This is the one, whether you like it or not. All right, guys. Yeah, call my bluff, KD, please. I know you're not, but please do. So that way you can see what I'm saying. They are by far, literally, there's a list of 10, the top 10 donors, and they are twice as much. They give twice as much as the second person and below. So it's not even close kind of thing. So again, propaganda machines. That's what they do. That's what they are. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here for now. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for the donation. Cat, that was such a huge donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody. Slip join, all you guys. Thank you for the likes, the love, the thumbs ups. They work and they're free. Thank you to each and every one of you. And please have a good election day. Go out there and vote. Really. Your voice does count. So, having said that, I will see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so adjust to your time zones. We'll listen to some maybe Election Day madness. We'll do gun hits for any kind of drop box. Fucking, I might be really shooting myself in the foot there with the gun hits and the, no pun intended, of course. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next one.
This party is officially over.
Yeah, you guys. I'm a gun.